Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. I don't think it's any secret, Call of Duty is down bad right now, and you know what? That's a fantastic thing. I am pretty damn happy about that. That is making Call of Duty better, believe it or not, and I'm hoping that means good things going forward, but it does have me concerned about the future because a game like Modern Warfare 3 has made many positive steps in the right direction. The game itself, however, is not selling very well, 38%. It was down at the launch of the game. We don't know too much about its sales figures as of right now, but we all know COD. Its peak is when the game first comes out, during that fourth quarter, during the launch window, during Black Friday, and during Christmas. That is going to be the lion's share of the sales, and during that time period, Modern Warfare 3 was down bad as compared to previous Call of Duty titles. Now, despite all of that, Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion, the multiplayer is actually pretty damn good. Skill-based matchmaking aside, Sledgehammer did make many positive changes for the better that made Modern Warfare 3 feel a lot better to me compared to games like Modern Warfare 2, Vanguard, Cold War, and even Modern Warfare 2019. These are the games that I would consider to be the new era of COD, essentially, right? We have the classic era back then we had the jetpack era. I don't know what you would call the era after that, but basically when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, that was when a whole new era started. That's when a whole new philosophy came in for COD, when they got rid of season passes, when they added battle passes, when they started to focus more on things in the shop, and they got rid of supply drops. Like, I would consider 2019 onward to be like the current era of COD, and for me, Modern Warfare 3 is one of, if not the best game in that era. You can maybe argue Cold War for some of you. I know a lot of you guys out there actually liked Modern Warfare 2019. For me, I personally hated it, but everyone has a different opinion on what makes a good Call of Duty title. Well, here with Modern Warfare 3, this is something we were talking about on my stream earlier today, and it really kind of hit home. I wanted to look more into it and get a bunch of stats and figures and details for you guys, and the results are pretty mind-blowing. With Modern Warfare 3 not selling very well, Activision is scared. Microsoft also is scared. Typically, when they release a COD title, they release it, they make all their money, and then they kind of put the game on life support throughout the remainder of the game's life cycle because they already made their money. They're going to have a couple of seasons come out, and with those seasons, they're going to add a couple of new maps, a couple of new guns, basically just things to keep you playing, so you're therefore more likely to buy battle passes or maybe buy things from the shop. Well, when it comes to Modern Warfare 3, they sold really bad at the very beginning of the game's life cycle, and as such, they're actually putting effort into the game to try to make it so people want to go ahead and purchase it because a lot of people never even got the game in the first place, and as a result, the post-launch support that we've received so far is, in my opinion, the best post-launch support that we've had in this new era of COD. Now, I am disappointed, just like everybody else, that Zombies is kind of getting the shaft here with Season 2, but let's just go ahead and go back in time and compare Modern Warfare 3 Season 2 to the content that we had in all of the other Call of Duty titles. And we're going to do this really quickly. I know people don't like to sit here and just look at stats and numbers and whatnot, but Modern Warfare 2019 Season 2, there was 2 new maps, and then they remade Rust. They copy and pasted Rust into the game. Then they also had 3 guns, right? So 2 new maps, a Rust remake, 3 guns, not too terrible. The year after that, Cold War Season 2, my God, 1 new map, and then with Season 2 Reloaded, they added Miami Strike, which was not even really a new map. And on top of that, they had 3 new guns, as well as a crossbow. Vanguard had 2 new maps and 2 new guns. That's it. Wow. Woo, that was boring. Modern Warfare 2, the most recent COD before this one, there were 0 new maps in Season 2. They brought back the museum map from the beta once they eventually got it working, and so it wouldn't start giving people seizures and shit. So basically, that's not even a new map. They just added the map that should have been there at launch, and then they added a copy-paste of Dome from the original Modern Warfare 3, despite the fact that Dome was already recreated the year before back in Vanguard. They brought back that map for some reason, so really nothing on the multiplayer map side of things for Modern Warfare 2, and then they added 3 new guns and a crossbow. Well, here with Modern Warfare 3, we have 3 brand new maps at launch. We have the DOS House remaster that's going to be coming in Season 2 Reloaded, and then on top of that, the 2 map variants that are going to be tied to the Vortex as well as Horde Point game modes. On top of that, 3 new guns, and it could be argued this is not fair to throw in there, but aftermarket parts to me are actually pretty important. I mean, they fundamentally change how certain guns work, and I think we're getting like 7 of them or so. Like, hell, in this gameplay, I'm using an aftermarket part. I'm using that aftermarket part that makes it so the Holger assault rifle becomes a 4-round burst, and I actually really like it. It makes the gun feel different, and it's one of my favorite guns to use in the game. So for me, aftermarket parts are important. On top of that, the Ninja Vest, which of course will be changing things around a lot, 5 new events, and etc. Like, when it comes to the post-launch support of Modern Warfare 3, the content that we're getting is actually pretty damn good, and I know there's contrarians out there who are going to say, well, you know, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, Cold War, all that, you know, they had original maps at launch, right? So it was a bit harder year for them to come out with original content post-launch, to which I say bullshit. I mean, we're talking about COD, 3,000 devs, well, not so much anymore, but 3,000 devs were working on those games, right? You're telling me they couldn't come up with one original map for Modern Warfare 2's Season 2? You're telling me Vanguard couldn't have come out with more than 2 guns throughout the entirety of Season 2? You think Cold War with Treyarch could have did better than one new original map in Season 2 and then Miami Strike on top of that? Like, no, it's all bullshit. Like, I understand the map fatigue that people have with Modern Warfare 3 because all these OG maps that we have, like Estate right here, you know, they do get old over time. For me, I'm still enjoying the nostalgia of playing on them, but I understand they do get old over time. The point I'm making, however, is regardless of the launch content that we had for Modern Warfare 3, the post-launch content has been pretty fantastic, arguably the best post-launch content we've had in the new era of COD. And why do you think that is? It's because COD's down bad. It's because Modern Warfare 3 did not sell very well, and as a result, they're actually still trying to get people to buy the game as compared to those other titles like Modern Warfare 2019 or Cold War, where those games, they sold ridiculously well, and as such, they made all their money at launch, and then they basically just put the game on autopilot throughout the remainder of the year because they made their money, and like I said earlier, they're just going to try to get you to buy the battle passes, get you to buy bundles and things like that by occasionally adding in new maps as well as new guns. The post-launch support so far for Modern Warfare 3 has been fantastic, and it's all due to the fact that the game had horrible marketing. It's all due to the fact that Modern Warfare 3 was perceived by the general consumer to just be a $70 DLC, and as such, Activision, Microsoft, all of them, they're working to try to get people to still buy the game, and I'm a fan of that personally. It's working out pretty well. But what I'm worried about, however, going back to that, I mentioned it towards the beginning of the video, what I'm worried about is the fact that, again, Modern Warfare 3 did not sell very well initially, because in my mind, the multiplayer that we have here is one of the better ones that we've had of this new era. I mean, you could, for me, it would be between Modern Warfare 3 and Cold War in terms of fun that I have with the game's multiplayer, skill-based matchmaking aside, of course. Well, the issue lies with the fact that with this game, they bumped up the movement quite a bit, brought back slide canceling, made things a lot more faster in general. They brought back the normal minimap. They finally listened to reason and brought back dead silence in the form of the covert sneakers. Like, they made a lot of positive changes based on community feedback, the same feedback that Infinity Ward refused to acknowledge last year with Modern Warfare 2. Well, here's the thing. They listened to all of our feedback, they add all this stuff to the game that we've wanted for years, well, things we wanted back for years, and suddenly the game's selling like shit. So from their perspective, we could be looking at a situation where Activision Blizzard's like, you know what? Maybe making the game fast-paced with the movement and maybe having a working minimap and maybe having things like dead silence be active, maybe that is not what the average COD fan wants, and maybe we should go back to the Infinity Ward style of doing things, because besides the fact that Infinity Ward is a washed-up studio that should never be able to make a Call of Duty multiplayer again, their game did sell better than Modern Warfare 3. So, you know, at the end of the day, Activision is a business. So that has me concerned. Like, as we go into Black Ops Gulf War, which is going to be the game for this year, you know, how many of these positive changes that Sledgehammer made for Modern Warfare 3 are going to be part of Gulf War? Or is Treyarch going to do their own thing? Or are they going to get commands down from the higher ups saying, hey, make the game a bit more like Modern Warfare 2, make it a bit more like Modern Warfare 2019, because we know that is what players want. That is what people end up buying. I'm concerned about that. I really am. Like, this is one of those years where I kind of feel vindicated, because a lot of things I've been saying for years, like bring back the minimap, bring back dead silence and things like that, they finally did it. And in my opinion, the game feels way better as a result, and I'm having a lot more fun with the game as a result. I'm really enjoying that aspect of it, but I do acknowledge the fact, I'm trying to be real with you guys here, that the game did not sell very well, and it could be due to a number of factors, right? It could be due to the fact that the game was perceived to be, like I said earlier, kind of just a $70 DLC. It could be a number of factors. It could be franchise fatigue. It could be Modern Warfare fatigue, having 2 of them come out year after year as compared to what they used to do back in the day, jumping back and forth between Modern Warfare and the Black Ops universes. You know, it could be a number of factors, but ultimately, Modern Warfare 3 did not sell very well. As a result, they're trying way harder with post-launch content, which is very nice, but also, I'm concerned about the future, because I like a lot of the features in the game, I like a lot of the changes that Sledgehammer made for the better, but I'm worried that because those changes did not translate to good sales figures, that we may be looking at the last year where they really work with the community and make those movement changes, keep normal minimap there. I mean, they even said, or maybe it was a leak, I really can't remember, but it was something along those lines, back towards launch, that Sledgehammer was actually actually working on a prestige system, but they ran out of time. I don't know how that's even possible. It's a prestige system. Like, you think they would have that figured out by now, but it seems like Sledgehammer wanted to have a prestige system. We did learn that they wanted to actually have a pick 10 system, but Infinity Ward said no, because for some reason Infinity Ward had some say in Sledgehammer's game. I have no idea how that entire situation transpired. We did hear about that again back towards the launch of Modern Warfare 3. So Sledgehammer was trying to make positive changes there. Some of them they were able to, other ones they weren't, and I am hoping that going forward they keep the positive changes here from Modern Warfare 3 and then continue to bring back the things that made COD really fun back in the day. Things like Prestige Mode, things like Pick 10 and a normal Cray class system, things like a simple UI would be fantastic, and above all else, bring back good kill streaks, for crying out loud. Like, I had a really good game here, but you guys know me, I don't even run the high streaks anymore in COD because they're just not worth it. They cost more than they used to back in the day, they're weaker than they were back in the day, and they're way easier to take out than they were back in the day. Like, kill streaks just feel bad. So if we can get like old school Prestige Mode, keep the movement, keep dead silence, keep the minimap, and make kill streaks actually feel like a factor again, holy shit, COD would feel fantastic. And I do think Modern Warfare 3 is a step in the right direction. The big question, however, is are they going to keep going in that direction, or are they going to end up doing what Activision always does and just start doing loop-de-loops, spinning around until they get dizzy and then start walking off of some other random ass direction and making changes that literally nobody asked for? I guess we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to talk about that here today, and I'm wondering what you guys think about it as well. Like, are you enjoying Modern Warfare 3 post-launch? I know skill-based matchmaking is always going to be a topic of discussion in the comments on videos like this, but are you enjoying the content post-launch? Are you enjoying things like the minimap and dead silence being back? Like, little things like that, like the movement. We take it for granted now because the game's been out for, what, 3 months? So we kind of take it for granted, but we didn't have these things for like years and years and years. Now they're finally back and we're used to them again, and it's feeling good again. So I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm counting my lucky stars here that we do have these features, and I'm hoping that they remain features going forward. I'm just a bit concerned that they won't. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is it for this video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.